Hey, what's up guys, this is Anirudh here back with another video. So the iPhone 12 series launched in India a couple of days back. Thanks to my good friend Rajagopal, I got to spend a day with the new iPhone 12. I asked him to get the red one, but he opted for the black as this year's product red is not actually red. Fair enough, but I like the red. Anyway, now let's talk about the iPhone 12 itself. This thing is small. Even though it has the same 6.1-inch display as the iPhone 11 and 10R, this thing is noticeably smaller than those phones. At first, I thought I won't be able to notice the difference between the two, but it is definitely noticeable and it is more comfortable to hold. With those flatter edges, this thing really feels comfortable and I really like this design choice. Okay, so I have used the iPhone 11 and 10R extensively, but every time I used a 11 or a 10R, those displays and those slightly bigger bezels felt like those iPhones were behind their time. Okay, so if you didn't already know, the previous generation iPhones, especially the non-Pro devices, the iPhone 11 and 10R, did not really have a full HD display. They were not bad, but they didn't feel like flagship displays. But on the other hand, the iPhone 12's display is just gorgeous. It has the same display panel as in the 12 Pro, that is Full HD Plus, but these are hands down miles better than the ones found in the iPhone 11 and 10R. The display is now OLED and is even Dolby Vision HDR certified, and boy, those HDR videos look so good. And as Apple claims, this display is covered by a new type of glass called Ceramic Shield, which provides 4 times better drop protection. Well, I'm not going to test that, but it's there. Coupled with that, we have a very good pair of stereo speakers. All of this make this a very good device for media consumption. So this display actually feels like a proper 2020 flagship display. Wait, stop, hold on. Really? A 2020 flagship display? This iPhone 12 comes with a traditional 60Hz refresh rate. And when you compare that to the Android counterparts, they are going crazy with like 90Hz, 120Hz and even 144Hz displays. But when you look at the price tag of this phone, you really feel like you're getting the bleeding edge of technology with this phone, but you really aren't. And the iPhone 12 comes with the top of the line Apple A14 Bionic chipset and the usual Apple flagship stuff like the IP68 water and dust resistance and wireless charging. Talking about charging, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The iPhone 12, which costs 80 freaking thousand rupees, doesn't come with a charger or earphones. Well, Apple says that they're doing this for the environment, but in my opinion, they just did it so that they can keep the price same as the iPhone 11, at least in the US, while adding 5G, the extra magnets for the MagSafe charger, and a better display. But at the end of the day, you need to buy a separate charging brick with a USB-C port to charge the device with the cable included in the box. I haven't really tested out the battery completely yet, but in the one day that I got to spend with this device, I got about 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time without any intensive processes like gaming or editing, which is good but not great. But let's see. Anyway, Apple will push a lot of software updates to improve the optimizations and hopefully we'll get better battery life in the future. I didn't really get the time to test out the cameras, but I'll include some sample shots and you be the judge. So yeah, that was my experience with the iPhone 12. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, we'll hang out there. And for more camera samples, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching and this is Anirudh signing off. Cheers.